Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today I thought I would bring you a video on Xenothreat 1.1 debrief information as well as the roadmap roundup, both of which came out today. So, shall we get into it? I think so. First thing we're going to get into is the Civilian Defense Force Xenothreat 1.1 debrief information. All the data was correct as of September 8th. So lots of information here, some really cool graphics that they have. Total crates delivered. Now this statistic is staggering. 1,243,892 total crates were delivered during the Xenothreat 1.1. I thought it was 2.0 personally, but whatever. The Zeta Prolinade. There was 528,519 of it alone. That was 42% of all crates delivered. So it was the green Zeta Prolinade. Now, the Dilithermax came in second at 35% and 434,671 crates delivered, followed by Acryloplex at 280,702 crates for 23% of all crates delivered. That was awesome. A lot of fun doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. 1.2 million crates. That is crazy. Here's an even crazier stat. Total Idrises destroyed, or total Idris destroyed. 11,404. That's how many Idris were brought down during Xenothreat. That's staggering. That's a whole lot of Idris. A whole lot. Do we even have that many Idrises amongst the community? Probably, but geez, that's a lot. Total missions undertaken, 734,272. Another insane amount. There was 401,347 in the resupply phase. We completed a little more than a quarter of those at 183,058. So not bad. Missions failed, 44,649. Now they didn't tell us exactly how many missions were abandoned or deactivated. You know, 30Ks were a big issue during Xenothreat 1.1, but 43% of all missions were abandoned or deactivated. As if you go down to the showdown phase, which is where you faced off, you know, that wasn't the crate phase, that was when you were fighting Idrises and everything else. 60% of those failed, they said. I swear it was a higher amount, but they said 60% of those were abandoned or deactivated. Missions failed, was 7,179 out of 332,925 showdown phases that were attempted, and there was 125,000 completed. So 38% of them were completed. Not quite as many as the resupply phase. Now let's take a look at deaths. PvE deaths. So this is a versus AI. I guess this is players getting killed? I don't know. 2,238,217 PvE deaths. Maybe it should say PvE kills. I don't know. PvP deaths, which would be player versus player, 66,242. What were the deadliest player ships? The Anvil Hurricane came in at number 1 with 258,258 AI kills and 2,568 player kills. Now you'll notice all the other ships on this list, with the exception of the Hammerhead and Saber, had more player kills than the Hurricane. Especially the next one, which led all player versus player kills in the RSI constellation Andromeda. It had 169,718 AI kills and 4,321 player kills. Coming in at third was the Drake Cutlass Black, 114,167 AI kills, 3,616 player kills. The Hammerhead comes in fourth, the Saber fifth, and the Aegis Retaliator came in sixth. So those are your top 6 ships, most deadliest. The most destroyed player ship. So I guess this is ships you were fighting in and that was destroyed. The Drake Cutlass Black came in first, so it was destroyed the most. The Aegis Avenger Titan came in second, followed by the Anvil Hurricane, Anvil Arrow, and the Constellation Andromeda. So, I mean, the Andromeda was pretty good there. It survived a lot and died the least out of those 5 anyways. Most used ship weapons. Now, this is something that you might find interesting. Almost everything on here is a repeater. The first one, the size 3 Panther repeater. Those CF337s were the most used gun, followed by the CF447 Rhinos. And then in third, the 227 Badger repeaters were frequently used. And then the size 3 attritions were 4th place, followed by the MVSA cannons from the Vanguard. Those came in 5th. Top player contributors. So, though every active combatant contributed to the Navy and the CDF's victory, some pilots single-handedly made a significant dent in Xenothreat's numbers. I'm not going to be on here. Nobody from my org is going to be on here. These people had a lot of time on their hands, and they spent it doing Xenothreat over and over and over. Sabero, congratulations, you're number 1. Charon66, number 2. Dr. Bonsai, number 3. Love the name. Tragic Space Cat, number 4. And Canned 808, number 5. And most Xenothreat AI killed. Most damage done to Idris. Invedfed Sleek Stack got number 1. Dalek FR 2. Thunder Fur 3. Wook YW 4. And Charon 66 5. So Charon's on 2 of the list here. And then crates turned in. Number 1, Noble Sierra. Padar Far had number 2, a slow manic. Okay, number 3. And then number 4 was Nubuka and Gladgen, number 5. So they want to say thank you to all who answered the call. Though the skies are calm for now, we must stay vigilant as Xenothreat won't take its defeat lightly. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into the roadmap roundup as we have a few minutes left here. So really there's only a few changes to talk about. Rest stops, space station clinics have been finalized and committed for 315, as well as the Orson Hospital and the New Babbage Hospital. Outpost homesteads have been knocked back and removed from the roadmap until they figure out a better time to put it in. So that's the biggest changes on the roadmap. Let's talk about sprints started and sprints concluded. Sprints started. Player interaction experience tier 2 with visor, HUD, and helmet. 3 devs are working on that for both Squadron 42 and for the PU. Weapon handling tier 2, 2 devs are working on that. Sprints concluded. All right, so we've got sprints concluded started with AI illegal goods dealer, AI leisure, and AI medical. Anywhere between 2 and 4 devs worked on those. Animatable gunner helmet. 2 devs worked on that. That sounds cool. Asset reference database. 1 dev worked on that. Backpacks. 5 devs worked on that. Bearing size 7 ballistic Gatlin's done. The bearing size 7 laser cannon's done. Checkpoint restore ship state for Squadron 42 is done. Cloud test launcher version 4 is completed. The GGS mesh node completed by 1 dev. The female player head, 4 devs worked on that. Frontier clothing, 4 devs worked on that. Grimhex hospital interior location, 9 devs finished that. Healing tier 0 and actor status tier 1, 22 devs completed work on that. Hybrid service, 2 devs. Improved OC workflow, 2 devs. Infiltrate defend mission, 5 devs completed that one. Life support tier 0, 3 devs worked on that. Male specialist heavy RRS armor, that sounds cool, 2 devs worked on that. Map and radar system rework, 3 devs finished that. Mop and bucket, 1 dev. New building blocks editor, 4 devs finished that. Orson version 2, 19 devs finished that. That's early, guys. Personal inventory, 9 devs finished that. Replication layer entity authority. Oh, yeah, that's a mouthful. 2 devs finished that. Security behavior with 5 devs. And the Spacewell version 1, 4 devs were able to complete that. Test runner improvements, 2 devs worked on that. And some unannounced content that 1 dev worked on. So there you have it. You got Xenothreat 1.1 recap, debrief, and also you have the roadmap roundup for this week, which is September 22nd, 2021. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you'd like to contribute to the channel, I'd really appreciate that. You can check out my Patreon or YouTube members. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button. I really do appreciate everybody that's been tuning in and watching the videos here as of late. You guys are awesome. With that said, I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.